When the EFNYO was founded in 1994, it was after a process of first consultations with managers from 3 countries: Orchestre Français de Jeunes in France, the German Junge Deutsche Philharmonie, and the Netherlands, Arthur van Dijk, who sort of tried to get together all people interested in the common aims of youth orchestras. And it was very interesting for us in the first years to find out what are the common aims of youth orchestras in Europe. What can we really share? So what kind of platform of experience can we build up for the managers, for the artists, and for the young musicians? And the EFNYO at this time had 13 full members, and the first associate members joined as they found out it would be very interesting to be part of this network, to share this experience on the one hand and to give us a different perspective of the international range of our activities.
So the European Federation of National Youth Orchestras is very important to the National Youth Orchestra of Iraq on the basic level that it ends our isolation. It helps my players to connect with players throughout Europe, and it also allows me, as a young manager-conductor of this orchestra, to get contact with other more experienced managers so that I can learn from them and that we can share ideas. Really, it's a very important network that doesn't just serve Europe, but broadcasts Europe throughout the world in a very special way.
So if we look at the development of the EFNYO in the first years, it was above all the members of the traditional Western European countries. After 2004, luckily we were able to extend our contacts to the Eastern countries of Europe, and we have members joining from Poland, we had new members joining from Turkey, from Cyprus, and most lately from Israel and Iraq, for example.
The Federation is the best platform of the exchange of opinions and contacts, as I said. We have many relationships with the festivals and promoters all over Europe, thanks to the Federation.
Well, I'm Carol Main, and I'm Director of Live Music Now Scotland.
I think it's very important for us to have guests in these EFNYO meetings, because it gives us also the possibility to get more information about structures working in music training.
Shaping the future of symphonic music in Europe. This is our slogan, and it means that we mainly have to work for our young musicians. We want them to be more professional in the future. We want them to be more skilled in the future. So what can we do to really promote their skills as orchestra musicians?
The third step, which is about diffusion of results, prolongation and diffusion of results.
It was quite obvious for us that the exchange of experience we had as managers could be even more fruitful to our own members, to our young orchestra members. The mobility program of the EFNYO, which started in December 2009 and will run until November 2011, is really one of the core issues at the moment for the managers of the Federation.
It's very good and interesting, always get to know different cultures, different traditions.
If you go and join another orchestra project abroad, you will have a different experience, different tutors, different performing styles, different concert venues, different habits of eating, of accommodation, of the concert procedure, maybe, or of also group dynamics.
Je trouve qu'une des choses principales que ça m'a apprises personnellement, c'est développer le sens de l'adaptation en fait. Parce qu'on se retrouve à faire des choses qu'on connaît, de la musique, de l'orchestre, dans un contexte différent.
This project is a very good experience. I can see how you play in Italy, Mahler, and we just played in Vienna, Mahler's Second Symphony, and it's good to compare the style.
Le son que j'ai dû trouver là-bas et le phrasé que j'ai dû rechercher pour m'adapter au reste ne serait-ce que les pupilles de trompette. Enfin, c'est une démarche qui est devenue très intéressante et très très enrichissante.
Y es algo que ayuda para conocer qué nivel hay afuera y qué nivel hay dentro y en dónde estás tú, para igualarte. Eso es muy importante.
Por ejemplo, en mi país, en España, es muy complicado como en el resto de los países, pero bueno, te abren las puertas estos intercambios para pensar, sí, puedo trabajar o hacer pruebas en otros países, intentarlo. Y también es bueno, creo, ponerlo en el currículum, que tocas con diferentes orquestas de otros países, otras orquestas jóvenes, es bueno para el currículum.
Saulo, who is really very sorry that he can't be here now, he explained at different meetings that the level of language learning in their own orchestra has risen so much with the grants they give them to study abroad and MusXchange projects, so that they are really very satisfied with this.
Mais finalement, entre l'anglais, l'espagnol, un peu de français et des gestes, on arrive à se comprendre.
What we did and what we plan for the next year. And,
we found out again that the reception of the orchestras in the reports of the managers was excellent about this project. Everybody thinks it is a great project, it has to be continued.
I can only say this is a fantastic project and it must be continued, and it must be, we must now think about how to secure the best possible finance and how to improve the working. It's working very, very well, but I think there are one or two small points which we could think about.
At first our students didn't know what MusXchange was, but now that Morgan was there, it was kind of like an eye-opening for our students. Oh, we can do this too. That's great. We can go to other orchestras and not necessarily a university.
I am absolutely sure the Polish musicians are now focused on mobility, and probably MusXchange is the first step to give them more power to do this.
At the seminar we held in Paris in November 2010 at the Cité de la Musique, we gathered experts from these different fields because it is important for us to either disseminate the results of the program, in this case the interim results of the program, and also to put focus on the benefits for the young musicians.
Les échanges se sont déroulés dans le cadre de 11 projets différents. Donc vous pouvez voir ici les nationalités, des Autrichiens, des Français, des Espagnols, beaucoup, mais aussi des Slovaques, des Roumains, Finlandais, Irlandais, Écossais. Voilà, quelques
autres. Donc l'initiative de la Fédération des orchestres de jeunes européennes est absolument salutaire, puisque l'idée est que les musiciens puissent découvrir, à travers ces formations relativement courtes, de 2-3 semaines, d'autres vies d'orchestre.
Over 90% of the students wanted to do such a project again, thought it was a major asset on their CV, and also made them really think about a career as a professional musician.
We also see that some of the students who have had opportunities to study abroad just have opened a door and they're willing to go anywhere.
L'enjeu de la mobilité en Europe est bien là. La mobilité permet de s'enrichir soi-même et de participer en reflet à la construction de l'utopie européenne.
And the contribution they gave to the discussions in Paris were very fruitful for us to see which benefits the professional orchestras, the conservatoires, and an association like the Association of French Orchestras would really appreciate from our project.
I think in our own network we can certainly have the possibility of integrating for a certain number of weeks young musicians from the MusXchange, as long as they have finished the MusXchange and they have the MusXchange pass or whatever which is going to be created.
We need this acknowledgement of the professional institutions for the really results of this project.
I believe that MusXchange type of exchange programs are a very good benefit for all the students to see what it might be somewhere else. Also encouraging them maybe to apply to orchestras around the globe.
It is one of the most useful and valuable achievements of the European Federation of National Youth Orchestras.
I think that this is a really wonderful result on the one hand, and it's also a task for us to take this into the future. So we are really looking for a new generation of MusXchange to develop, and we're looking to have lots of more generations of young musicians who are able to benefit from it.